What's really good? We are back with a brand new Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Before we get into all that though, gotta thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me on all the brand new videos. You guys have been smashing that like button, leaving all kinds of comments on which Pokemon you want me to use, and all kinds of great feedback, so I really appreciate it all. Be sure to continue leaving your Pokemon suggestions in the comment section because I actually get a lot of great ideas from you guys, so that's really cool. Today I'm battling my boy D-Army Plays. He has been my friend for quite a while, so make sure you check him out after the battle. I'll leave his link in the description below. But today I'm using a Trick Room team that was given to me, and it actually has an Alolan Exeggutor on it and a Gumshoos, which is what drew me to use this team in the first place. But without further ado, he's actually going to lead off with his Magnezone. I'm going to lead off with my Marowak, and what really sucks here is that I was battling on stream, and he saw that this Alolan Marowak actually did not have Lightning Rod. If he didn't see that it didn't have Lightning Rod, he probably wouldn't have gone for Volt Switch. But since he knew that it didn't have Lightning Rod, he went straight for the Volt Switch, and I cannot blame him for doing that. He said he felt bad about it, but he's watching my stream, and I'm battling with the same team. Like, it's not his fault that he knew that I didn't have Lightning Rod, and he should definitely act on the fact that he knew that I didn't have Lightning Rod. Even though if that were a situation where he didn't know that I didn't have Lightning Rod, he probably would have just switched out directly, but it's not really a big deal. Like I said, he should definitely act upon his knowledge. But either way, he's going to Volt Switch out to his Toxapex, and he's actually going to outspeed me after taking the Shadow Bone because I am as slow as possible because this is a Trick Room team. If you don't know what Trick Room does, the slower Pokemon always goes first, so what you want in a Trick Room team is for your Pokemon to be as slow as possible, because in Trick Room, they'll usually go first if they're as slow as possible. But he's going to go for the Scald after taking my Shadow Bone, and then I'm just going to Earthquake him. I knew I could take a Scald, so I wasn't in really any danger there. But now he's going to go out to his Magnezone, go for the Volt Switch, because as we all know now, he can actually hit my Marowak with it, because I don't have the Lightning Rod. So I'm going to go out to my Necrozma as he goes out to his Pheromosa, just to try and, you know, kill me with any kind of bug move, maybe U-turn, maybe lunge, something. But I'm actually going to take this opportunity to set up some Trick Room, maybe some Stealth Rock, stuff like that. I know I can take a lunge because I am max defense on this Necrozma, which was actually a good call by whoever made this team, because I'm pretty sure a lot of Pheromosas just love to lead off against Necrozma and go straight for the U-turn. But either way, I'm going to go for the Trick Room. So now the slower Pokemon will attack first, when normally the faster Pokemon would attack first. So I'm going to take this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks. I did debate on whether I wanted to go for Psychic or not, but I figured the Stealth Rocks would help me out more in the long run, because he's actually going to stay in. I could have just clicked Psychic and killed him, honestly, and then maybe set up Stealth Rocks the next turn. But I didn't think he would stay in, one, and then second of all, I just thought maybe that Stealth Rocks would help me more in the long run, like I said, because I do have the Trick Room. With Trick Room, Pheromosa is most definitely going to be going last because it's way too fast as it is. So, so I just figured that, you know, with Trick Room, I might be able to do more work overall with the Stealth Rocks up, rather than just going straight for the Psychic and killing that Pheromosa. So that was my thought process there. So now he's going to switch out to his Celesteela. I was 100% expecting Garchomp to come out here, maybe so I could, you know, take some rough skin damage, or maybe just so that he could take a Flare Blitz, kind of. But there's no way his Garchomp would have taken a Flare Blitz and then a Shadow Bone. So maybe he decided that Garchomp was more important than Celesteela at the end. But either way, his Celesteela is now gone, and that is one of the advantages of Rock Head over Lightning Rod. I went for a Flare Blitz with only 39 HP left, and I was able to take out a full HP Celesteela without taking any recoil damage, which normally would have killed me as well. So that's that. Here he brings out his Garchomp next because he knows that he can actually live any single move that I go for. The Shadow Bone does like 70% though, so there's no way he was taking a Flare Blitz and a Shadow Bone, so maybe it was a good call that he actually allowed his Celesteela to die there. But he's going to take me out with a Dragon Claw after I hit him with a Shadow Bone, and then after he takes me out, I'm going to go out to the star of the show, people, Alolan Exeggutor. This Pokemon is actually good in Trick Room. I like it a lot. What I don't like is that he's so tall that you can't even see his head. Where is he at? Where are you? There's no way. How is this real? He's so tall. But I actually went for his signature move, Dragon Hammer, as he switched in his Tapu Bulu, and as you know, Tapu Bulu is a fairy type, so it actually did no damage to him. So in hindsight, definitely should have gone for the Wood Hammer, because I would have hit anything that came in. I definitely would have killed the Charizard, and I definitely would have done some kind of damage to the Tapu Bulu. But as the Trick Room wears off, I set it up again. I like this Pokemon though. It actually is pretty threatening with a Trick Room up. I don't have a Life Orb, which I kind of wish I had, but in the long run, I think this set is better because it has more longevity. it's a Sitrus berry set with Harvest. So when my HP does reach below half, I'll gain 25% of it back with the Sitrus berry, and then I'll harvest another one. So basically what we're going to do here is try to kill each other. He actually locked himself into Horn Leech. I'm not quite sure if that was the play. Wood Hammer would have done a bit more. But see, the thing is, I resist grass type moves by 4 times because I am grass and dragon. If you guys didn't know, this Pokemon is grass and dragon type. So I think he should have gone for something else. I don't know if he should have gone for Superpower. I would have lived it and just regained my HP back with a Sitrus berry, and he would have lowered his own attack. Maybe Stone Edge was the play. I'm not quite sure. Not really quite sure why exactly he locked himself into Horn Leech. But either way, he's doing a decent amount of damage with it regardless, even though I resisted 4 times. So it's actually pretty scary. If he had gone for something else, he might have, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it was a bad idea at this point, honestly, because he's gaining his HP back with the grassy terrain and with the Horn Leech. I'm not doing too much damage to him with the Flamethrower, and I'm pretty sure he didn't even think I had Flamethrower to begin with. So what you guys are going to see now, he's actually going to switch out here because another Flamethrower might have killed him. He's going to go back out to his Garchomp. I think he was trying to time him switching back into Garchomp with when my Trick Room would end, but he switched in a turn too early, which is pretty funny because I'm still going to have the Trick Room up after this turn here, which is why me burning his Garchomp didn't really matter too much unless he planned to switch back out to Tapu Bulu. Either way, it sucks that he got burned, but if he was going to stay in anyways, thinking that my Trick Room was going to end, then I guess this doesn't matter. But I think if I didn't burn him, he might have considered switching back into Tapu Bulu as I went for the Dragon Hammer, you know? But I knew that he would stay in at this point because I burned him, which is, you know, pretty lame. But he is gonna die to the Dragon Hammer, which is Dragon Hammer. I think Alolan Exeggutor is the only Pokemon that gets that move. It's a base 90 Dragon type move that always hits, so it's pretty cool. But here, I'm not gonna stay in because the Trick Room definitely did wear off this turn. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go out to my Tapu Fini. I don't think he carries the Poison Jab, so that's good for me because if he did carry the Poison Jab, this would not be a good idea. I would not have a good time. But not all Pheromosas carry Poison Jab, which is why I was saying in my last video, or I think it was the video before that, I think it was the last one, that Tapu Fini can be a good switch into Pheromosa, but only if it doesn't have Poison Jab. If it has Poison Jab, don't switch in. Scout for it first. But anyways, I'm going to bring in my Tapu Fini here. The lunge didn't do too much damage to it. I think I am running a bold nature, so that explains why I didn't do too much damage to it, and I resisted as well. So I'm going to go for the Surf, expecting him to go back out to Tapu Bulu. With Stealth Rocks, I'm pretty confident that I can 2-hit KO this Tapu Bulu. Or if he wanted to stay in for some reason, I could have just hit his Pheromosa, but I knew he'd switch out to Tapu Bulu to take the Surf. I have Nature's Madness on this set as well, but I didn't want to go for it because I didn't feel the need to when I can just go for Surf and 2-hit KO this thing, because I am pretty fast actually. This is like the only fast Pokemon on my team, which is ironic because I'm running a Trick Room team. But in this situation, it pays off because if I was slower, I would have just straight up died to a Wood Hammer or a Horn Leech or whatever he wanted to go for. So like I said, in this situation, it's good that I'm fast. Also in this situation, it's definitely a great idea that I got my Stealth Rocks up instead of going for Psychic on that Pheromosa. Sometimes it's better to set up Stealth Rocks than to just kill the Pokemon right in front of you, because of situations like this. This is going to turn a 3-hit KO into a 2-hit KO, and without that, I probably would have had a lot more problems with this Tapu Bulu. So pros and cons, people, pros and cons. Now he's going to go out to his Magnezone. Not really a big deal because I do have that Alolan Exeggutor in the back. If he does want to go for an electric type move, it'll actually do no damage to me whatsoever. I think he should have Volt Switched here, but he didn't. He went straight for the Thunderbolt. He probably should have even Flash Cannon. I think Thunderbolt was definitely not the play for him to make. Volt Switch or Flash Cannon would have definitely been the plays, but he just wanted to take out my Tapu Fini, so I understand it. But in the end, it doesn't need... Never mind, I'm not going to make that joke. Anyways, he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, and like I said, it doesn't do any damage to my Alolan Exeggutor because I actually resisted 4 times. So, that's going to allow me to actually harvest a Sitrus Berry and go for the Trick Room at the same time. So this turn is going to go for the Thunderbolt, and like I said, I'm going to go for the Trick Room, and this is going to set up the sweep, the Alolan Exeggutor sweep. I never thought I'd be using this Pokemon, and I never thought it'd actually do so well for me. I love this Pokemon. It's pretty good. It's not the strongest thing ever, but it does the job. It has a lot of HP. It can... I don't know. It's just a weird Pokemon, honestly, and I actually don't have any special attack EVs on this thing. It's Brave, max HP, max attack, with Flamethrower, 4 Steel types, because my 2 stab moves are not good against Steel types at all. Obviously, I have Grass and Dragon. So I have the Flamethrower in the back, but it's still going to be strong enough to take out this Magnezone in 2 hits. So that's very, very good. And his last Pokemon, I believe at this point, is just going to be that Pheromosa in the back. I don't like grassy terrain, man. It makes battles last so long because every Pokemon has to have a healing animation. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's just insane. Toxapex and Tapu Bulu make Wi-Fi battles last 17 years. It's insane. But anyways, I'm going to go for the Flamethrower here, take out this Magnezone, and then his last Pokemon is going to be that Pheromosa that's chilling in the back. So I'm just going to Dragon Hammer that thing because I got to use Alolan Exeggutor's signature move to end the battle. It's only right, and it should definitely kill a Pheromosa from where it is, especially after the Stealth Rock. I'm super bummed out that I actually didn't get to show off the Gumshoos I had on this team. It's super strong with adaptability, so maybe I'll use this team again in the future in a different battle because I definitely want to show how strong Gumshoos can be. I don't think Gumshoos is the best Pokemon, but in the right situation, it is extremely powerful. So definitely going to use this team again because the Gumshoos is the only Pokemon that didn't get to see the light of day. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually send out my my Tapu Bulu either. Wow, I didn't even notice that. But either way, that's going to be the battle. So shout out to The Army Plays. Go ahead and check him out. I'll leave his link in the description like I said. And also, starting today, I'm going to be putting every single team I use from now on in the description. So if you guys check the description of this video, you're going to see that this team is actually in there. And then you can bring the team in the showdown or maybe make it on your actual game so you can get some Wi-Fi battles with it, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do that from now on because you guys have been asking me to do that, or maybe to put the QR codes in the description, but that's not out yet. That's going to be out in January. When that comes out, I'll definitely put my QR codes in the description for you guys to try out. But either way, that's the battle. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the previous video and subscribe, like, leave a comment about which Pokemon you want me to use, all that good stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with another brand new Wi-Fi battle. I am out of here. Bye.